Hey guys, hope you all had a great New Year. We had a great time with our friends, Patrick, Lily, Vivian, and Scarlett, and hope you have a great time watching football this week. It's week 18. It's going to be a lot of players benched, and we'll see who makes the playoffs and who doesn't.
What are we doing now, Zachy?
We went to my flag football game.
Oh, yes. How was the game?
Yeah. We won by a lot. We caught a Hail Mary at the end.
An unnecessary Hail Mary?
Yeah.
You had a touchdown and a one-point conversion?
Yeah.
All right. And welcome to Friday Football with the Boys. Week 18, episode number 3. All right?
Yep.
So let's do a little recap of how we're doing with our picks so far. After 2 weeks, Zachary in first place at 20 and 12. That's impressive with the spreads. Christopher, you're right behind at 19 and 13. Also very good. And I am bringing up the rear at 17 and 15. Still above 500, but I got some work to do to catch up to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to do it this week. But week 18 is always a toss-up with the spreads and games, seeing what teams are out of it, what teams are still fighting for playoff spots, who's starting, who's not starting. The lines are moving all over the place, but we locked them in on, when did we do it, Wednesday?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
So that's what we're sticking with. And we'll start off with game number 1 tomorrow. Browns at Ravens. Ravens still have something to play for, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
they
beat
can.
the Steelers in their division.
Yeah. The Steelers need to win. The Ravens, if they lose, still win the division if the Steelers lose. But it's a divisional game against the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Always tough. But the Browns are starting, I heard, Bailey Zappi or something.
Yeah.
And the Ravens are favored by 17.5.
Mm-hmm. The Ravens can still, I think they can pass the Bills in the standings for the playoffs. And that would be really big if they can get the 2 seed.
But, so this game, I am the only one on the Brownies. I'm going with Uncle Justin's Browns. 17.5 is a big number, guys.
Yeah, but the Browns are trying to tank for who are they getting? Cam Ward?
I don't know. Do they like Cam Ward or do they like Shador?
I don't know. It depends.
Well, they're not in the number 1 spot, so they might not have a choice at that point. But
yeah.
I'm sure they have a preference. But 17.5 points, Zachy? Easy. You know what this is called? A backdoor cover. When at the end of the game, in garbage time, the Browns score a touchdown to lose by like 16.
No.
No? Not gonna happen?
The Ravens did destroy the Texans.
Yes.
So I think that's just going to continue on versus the Browns.
You don't think that if they're up by 3 scores at halftime or something, that they bench Lamar and Derrick Henry and all those guys?
They probably will do that, but they're probably still going to score.
That's the Browns' time to shine, where they come back.
No.
Backdoor cover coming up. Adam, lock it in. Next game, Bengals at the Steelers. That's a big game.
Mm-hmm.
Very big game. Bigger for the Bengals, but the Steelers could still try to win the division. Bengals are favorite on the road by 1.5. Zachy is the only one on the Steelers.
Because the Steelers are still trying to pass the Ravens in the standings, so they're going to try their hardest, probably, to win it.
Is everybody healthy on the Steelers right now?
I don't know
For the most
about
part.
Cam Hayward, because he got injured playing the Chiefs at Christmas.
Okay. But the Bengals are going to be out for blood. It's a divisional game.
Yeah.
Both Saturday games, divisional games at AFC North.
Mm-hmm.
But they should be, I think this game will be a very good game. The Bengals are one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now, though.
Mm-hmm. The Bengals need a lot of help and to win themselves. They need the Dolphins and Broncos to lose and for themselves to win. And the Bengals, after beating the Broncos and going on a 2-game win streak or something like that, maybe more, they have been playing really good with Joe Burrow, one of the hottest quarterbacks in the league, Jamar Chase the best wide receiver this year.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's put him back into the MVP candidate spot. If they could get into the playoffs and do some damage, maybe he could pass Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson.
I think Lamar's gonna win it.
Think Lamar?
Yeah.
I think any of those three is a good choice. They've had very good seasons, but that's typical for those guys.
Yeah. Wait, would Lamar go back to back if he wins this MVP?
Yeah.
Yes, he would. All right, so those are the Saturday games. Let's move on to Sunday. First game up, Panthers at the Falcons. Falcons 7.5-point favorites. On the outside looking in right now. They need the win, and they also need the Bucks to lose against the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher, you're the only one who's a Falcons fan this week.
Yep.
Well, at least for them to win by more than a touchdown.
Yeah.
You think they're going to make the playoffs?
No, I think the Bucks are gonna definitely beat the Saints.
But you think the Falcons are going to win the game and make it interesting?
The Falcons are most likely gonna win, but the Panthers have been keeping games close. But the Falcons are fighting for their lives. If they lose, they're out. If they win, they still have a chance if the Bucks lose. So, Michael Penix, he played pretty good in his first game. And in his second game, he had his first NFL touchdown pass, I'm pretty sure. And he played really well. He's been playing really well. And with Drake London,
Good boy.
him and Michael Penix are going to be a pretty good combo.
So you don't think Bryce Young and Adam Thielen and Chuba Hubbard are going to keep it close?
They are.
I think the Falcons are going to win, but I think the Panthers keep it tight. I think it's come down to like a field goal, something like that.
Maybe.
But hey, this is your pick. You're sticking to it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up, we got the Commanders at the Cowboys. Commanders 4.5-point favorites, and we are all on Jaden Daniels' side this game.
Jaden Daniels show.
Zachy, what do you think of Jaden Daniels this year?
He should win Rookie of the Year.
I'd say so.
Yeah, and Terry McLaurin and him have been connecting a lot this year. So, yeah, they should have a free win over the Cowboys.
Yeah, they've been playing well. Do you think they're going to go anywhere in the playoffs?
No.
I think
They're going to get first grounded.
The Commanders are probably going to stay
The
sixth seed because they can't pass the Eagles.
Well,
They're not going to pass the Vikings.
If it stays like this,
And,
they would play the Rams in the first round.
Yeah, but they're going to get first round.
That would be a really good game.
Mm-hmm.
They're both hot teams. But the Commanders, they could do some damage. They beat the Eagles a couple weeks ago, and that was a big comeback. And yeah, they're playing well at the right time. Next, we have the Bears at the Packers. Packers 10-point favorites. We are all on Jordan Love and the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears not so good this year after a 2-0 start, and then dropped a lot of games. Caleb Williams looks a little lost out there. All right.
Yes.
And the Packers, they're looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Jacobs run the ball hard, right?
Yeah, Josh Jacobs has been one of the best running backs this year. And I think Jordan Love is going to play really well. I'm going to guess he's going to have like 3 touchdown passes. Josh Jacobs might get 1 or 2. And
Ooh, a high-scoring game.
Yeah. And then the Bears, I think they'll maybe score like 1 or 2 touchdowns, but the Packers, I think they're just going to blow them out.
Packers defense is pretty good too, right, Zachy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll be all over Caleb Williams, right?
Yeah, because the Bears' O-line stinks.
Yes, they're not very good. Yeah, they need some more help this draft. But, so we were all on the Packers there. Next up, we have the Texans at the Titans. Titans, 1-point favorite. Christopher is on the Titans. Me and Zachy have the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like about the Titans this week to win this game?
Texans, they're benching all their starters because they can't really move up or down in the standings.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure about that.
I'm pretty sure they are. And the Titans, I think since they're starting all their starters, I think since I'm pretty sure it's going to be a starter versus backup game, starters usually always win. So I think the Titans are going to pull away with this one.
No, it could be.
Even though it's a divisional matchup, I think Titans are still going to
Well, they're
win.
thinking it's going to be a close game, so it probably could go either way. But, yeah, I don't know. Texans backups could beat the Titans.
Davis
Titans aren't very good.
Mills at backup.
There's
I
been
don't
know.
crazier things have happened, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Damian Pierce is their backup running back. He did good last year.
Yeah.
So they could run the whole game.
I don't think too many people are going to care about that game this week, right?
Yeah.
Texans, once they get in the playoffs, we'll see if they could do something. But Stroud's got to pick it up. Their offensive line hasn't been doing great either.
Yeah.
But next we have the Jags and the Colts. Colts 5-point favorites in a game of nobody going anywhere because the Colts couldn't beat the lowly Giants last week, even when the Giants wanted to lose. Except Drew Lock. Drew Lock wanted to win.
5 touchdowns.
Malik Neighbors wanted to win. But no Giants fan wanted them to win, but somehow they did. And the Colts needed that win to keep their playoff hopes alive. And the Giants needed that to keep their number 1 pick alive.
Yeah. So I think the Colts are still going to win by more than 5 because even though they did lose to the Giants, which is pretty embarrassing, the Jaguars are not much better, if not worse, than the Giants. So,
No Richardson playing.
Yeah, Richardson is also out. So, Joe Flacco gonna have to play again.
Old man Flacco. Are they going to start him, or are they going to have? They have another third string. They'll probably get a third string in there too. They probably have a young
Jonathan
guy.
Taylor. Then
You see their third string?
maybe.
Maybe. Are you just making up names now?
Yeah.
Joe
You've
Flacco,
played too much Madden.
He played versus the Giants. He did all right. Only he threw 2 interceptions, but he had a lot of deep balls that were caught.
He's still got a cannon of an arm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got Bills and Patriots, another divisional game coming up. Actually, all the games are divisional games this week. Yeah, I think so. Bills are favored at the Patriots by 2.5. Zachary is on Drake May and the
Yes,
Patriots.
sir.
I know Josh Allen's going to start the game, but they said he's not going to play the majority of the game. He's going to play a little bit. So it'd be like a preseason game for them. Get him a little bit of action, then take him out.
And then they stink to the Patriots.
You think the Patriots are going to win a game and possibly lose out on the number 1 pick?
Yeah, because the Patriots are just selling their pick like the Giants I said last week.
I hope they pull the Giants and get the win, even though I picked the Bills to win. But it would be nice for the Giants. And, well, if they could do their part of the job.
The Bills, I think, are going to win by over 2.5 points. But the Patriots, they almost beat the Bills the last time they played. It was 14-0 at one point, but the Bills still won.
That was with all the starters playing, too.
Yeah, but the Bills, they're just like the hottest team in the NFL, like one of the best teams, and I don't see them losing to the number 1 overall pick Patriots.
They got some big wins this year. This
Yeah.
wouldn't be one of them, but
Yeah, it would.
against the Patriots. All right, now the next one, Giants at the Eagles. Eagles 2.5-point favorites. I'm sure that's changed since then because now no Jalen Hurts, no Saquon, no Devonta Smith, no A.J. Brown, and the list goes on and on. They are benching everybody. So the Giants have the hot Drew Lock, and the Giants always like to beat the Eagles, but it's another one that we don't want them to win.
There we go.
Yeah.
I am the only one on the Giants because when I want the Giants to lose, they always win, and when I want them to win, they always lose. So I'm going to stick with that. I'll pick them, so maybe they'll lose.
Yeah.
You guys have the Eagles?
Yeah, because the Eagles still could beat the Giants with their backups.
Well, Kenny Pickett's not playing either.
What? Kenny pick 6? No.
Kenny Pick 6 is not in. So, well,
Who is?
third stringers can still beat the Giants.
Probably.
Wait, who's it? I feel like I know the third
McKee.
string.
Oh, yeah,
Tanner
Tanner
McKee.
McKee.
Throwing
Who,
up a
after
bomb.
last week, threw his first touchdown pass, and A.J. Brown launched it into the crowd. They had to go find it and get it back from people.
Uh-huh.
But they did. AJ had to sign some autographs for them, but they got his first touchdown pass back. Saints at the Bucks. Big game for the Bucks and for the Falcons. Bucks 13.5-point favorites. We are all on Baker Mayfield. Also, a note on this game, Mike Evans needs 5 catches and 85 yards for a $3 million bonus. I think Baker's going to be targeting Mike Evans a bunch this game. Think he gets there?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I think he might get there in the first half
Yeah, probably.
because the Saints are not very good.
Yeah. And also the Bucks, they're still trying to hold their playoff spot.
Mm-hmm.
And if they win, they're in. If they lose and the Falcons win, they're out.
Yep.
So the Bucks are going to be trying their hardest this game. And the Saints, they are not good.
No Kamara. I doubt Olave was going to make a comeback now at this late in the season.
No Taysom Hill.
No Taysom Hill is out for the season. He's been out for a while.
Go.
13.5 is a big number, but I think they could make that as high as the Ravens game. I'd still take the Bucks to win.
Yeah.
Next, we have Zachary's Chiefs at the
Yes,
Broncos.
sir.
This is a big game for the Broncos. 10.5-point favorites against the shell of the Chiefs that's playing. No Patty, no Travis Kelce,
Doesn't
no
matter.
Chris Jones, no Pacheco, no anybody.
But we get Xavier Worthy because we need him.
Worthy will probably play. He's a rookie. He'll be in there.
Yeah.
But
And then we get Noah Gray.
you're the
Yes,
only one on the
sir.
Chiefs. So I think Bo Nix and the Broncos,
Stinks.
they need the win to, well, they don't have to win. They are right now the 7th seed. But the Dolphins and the Bengals are chasing them from behind. So a win would guarantee it. A loss, and they could still get in. But I think the Broncos take care of business, right? Is that right, Christopher?
Yeah. If the Broncos lose and the Dolphins win, then the Broncos are out and the Dolphins take their spot, I'm pretty sure. And if the Broncos and Dolphins lose, then I'm pretty sure the Bengals take their...
If the Bengals win, yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Those are the only 3 possibilities in the AFC, besides possibly moving around in seeds, but those are the 3 teams fighting for the 7th spot right now.
Mhm.
For the right to probably play the Bills. And that first round, possibly Bills-Bengals, that would be Bengals a very hot team. Bills,
My bad.
one of the best.
Chaos.
Yeah, that could potentially be a first round matchup if the Bengals can somehow miraculously get in the playoffs.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
It's unlikely, but
Yeah.
I'm mad.
it's been unlikely for the Bengals to make the playoffs for the last 5 or 6 weeks since they started off at 4-7,
Yeah.
and they need to pretty much win almost every other game out. So I'll be rooting for the Bengals, but I think the Broncos take care of business. Next, we got the Chargers at the Raiders. Chargers 5-point favorites. They are in the 6th seed right now, the Chargers, and they can't move anywhere.
Yeah.
So,
They need.
but I am the only one on the Raiders.
The Raiders are gonna.
You guys got the Chargers. I think it's going to be a close game. The Raiders aren't going anywhere, but they fight. They play a little bit.
They could sell their pick.
They don't have a great pick.
But people always say they could if they don't want to win. They don't want to win. Every team always wants to win every game they play, because the players as a fan, we might want teams to lose, but as a player, you're playing for your team, for your coach, and for your job next year. Because if you don't play 100%, the other coaches say you're a free agent or something, what team's going to want you if you gave up on your team, right? So they always play 100%, and if you play less than 100%, that's when you get hurt, because it's a physical game and you have to be on your game at all times. So everybody plays hard if you're in the game. So Raiders going to win outright.
No.
All right, they're going to keep it close then.
See,
Yeah.
you said the teams play
Yeah, so Chargers are going to play too.
So the Chargers play 100%.
Yeah, they're all going to play.
Chargers,
That's fine.
and they're better.
Go Raiders. Go Antonio Pierce. Come back to the Giants one day. Seahawks at the Rams. Seahawks -6.5. We are all on the Rams. I heard Matthew Stafford is playing.
Yes.
The Rams.
Oh, I should
They're-
have picked the Seahawks because Puka and Cooper Cup aren't
They're not playing?
They're not playing.
Why would they start Stafford then? That's kind of strange. But I still think the Rams are going to win, or at least keep it close. Seahawks 6.5-point favorites. The Seahawks are one of those teams that find ways to win games that they shouldn't, but also lose games that they shouldn't lose. So
Yeah.
I think the Rams. Well, we all think the Rams are going to at least keep it close in this game,
Yeah.
under a touchdown, right? Your buddy Puka, the number 2 receiver for the Rams.
No.
Well,
he's had a better season than Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp was hurt.
And so was Puka.
So was Puka.
And Puka was hurt for more, and he still had a better year.
All right. We'll see about next year. Next up, Dolphins at the Jets. Dolphins 1-point favorites. We are all on the Dolphins this week. The Jets they don't know what's going on. What'd they do today, this week?
Oh, they what did they do?
For coach
They were looking. They had an interview with Mike
Vrabel. Mike Vrabel.
For a head coaching job.
Yeah, Mike Vrabel is one of the hot names out there on the coaching list. He did really well in Tennessee. He went to the playoffs a few times with Ryan Tannehill as quarterback. I know they always had a good defense. He's a defensive-minded player. He won a whole bunch of Super Bowls with the Patriots.
Yep.
And between his defense and he had Derrick Henry too for his whole time there, so that helps out. But I don't know what the Jets are going to do. I don't think they should hire a coach before they get a new GM if they're going to go that direction. Usually it's GM and then the GM hires a coach. But the Jets do Jet things. Woody Johnson doesn't always go the way that other people usually do. So I don't even know if Mike Vrabel would like to be a Jet head coach. You think he would?
No.
There's rumors that the Jets would interview Rex Ryan again too.
Who's that?
He used to be their coach. He was their coach a couple of years. They went to the AFC Championship game twice with Mark Sanchez as their quarterback.
Who's that?
Mark Sanchez? He's an analyst now. Not a very good quarterback.
Oh.
A great quarterback in college at USC, but like other USC quarterbacks, not great in the NFL.
Besides Jaden
Daniels didn't go to USC.
Oh, Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams, not having a great year. All right. Next, we have the 49ers at the Cardinals. Cardinals 4-point favorites. We are all on the 49ers, even though there's no Brock Purdy or Debo playing, right?
Yep. I think the 49ers are still going to win. So they kept the game versus the Lions very close. And they played very well. Their defense looked good. Their offense was unstoppable until the second half. But without Brock Purdy, he's a really big player for the 49ers. And I still think they're going to win because...
Well, at least keep it under 4 points for the Cardinals, right?
Yeah, I think they're still going to win though.
I think that line's a little off, even though they're sitting some guys, but
yeah,
49ers always have a good defense, and their running game is very good as well. Even without McCaffrey, the running game has still been pretty well.
They have the third best defense.
Their best defense, see? Told you.
This isn't updated.
That's from a couple weeks ago, but it hasn't changed that much. And the last game of the week is the Vikings at the Lions. That's a huge game. That is the game of the week, right?
Yep.
Lions 3-point favorites at home.
Probably the game of the year.
Could be. Sometimes these games that get hyped up aren't. Sometimes they could be stinkers though. So hopefully it lives up to the hype. Christopher is the only one on the Lions.
Boo.
That doesn't mean. I don't know. Do you think the Vikings are going to win outright?
Yes.
I think it's going to come down to the last possession. Vikings are going to keep it close.
Win it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very, very tight game. everybody will be starting for both teams, right?
Yep.
Because the winner gets what?
First
Number
round
one.
bye.
First round bye, and the loser gets the 5 seed, which will probably play. Well, right now it would be the Bucks, but it would either be the Bucks or the Falcons.
Free win.
Well,
Not a free
oh,
one.
bye is a free win.
Yeah.
You gotta play a game if you don't get the number 1 seed, right?
And you could have injuries too, if you
Yeah,
don't get the.
they're one. These are 2 of the few teams that have to play all their starters, play all out.
Mhm.
So, I think the Vikings keep it close. I think it could be like a 1-point game, last possession, maybe game-winning field goal for the Lions
Hail Mary.
or the Vikings.
Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson. Bang.
But this should be and there's not too many good games this week. We got, let's see, Bengals Steelers should be a very good game.
Mhm.
The Browns Ravens game shouldn't be a good game, but it
If
could decide something there. Panthers Falcons. Falcons have to play all out. Panthers, I think, could keep it close. Besides that, we got the Bucks game. It should be a blowout. Doesn't mean that much. And then the only other game that really means anything is the Vikings Lions.
I think the 49ers Cardinals game is going to be close.
Yeah, it could be close, but it doesn't mean anything.
Mhm.
The Vikings Lions game of the week, that is huge for playoff implications. And then next week, we will have our playoff picks. Go through. We could go through that. We go through who gets the first few picks in the draft, because that's probably going to change depending on if anybody wins or loses games this week. Hopefully the Giants lose and the Patriots win and the Browns win and
The
who else?
Titans win.
Titans win. They all win and the Giants lose.
Giants get the number
Back
one
to the
pick.
1 pick, right?
Mhm.
Let's hope for that and then hope they don't screw it up.
They will.
Now it's time for the news of the week. So, for the Dolphins game, Tua is doubtful to play with a hip injury. Patrick Mahomes, like we said, he's not playing. Marshawn Lattimore, he's also ruled out versus the Cowboys. Richardson, not playing. Saquon, he's not going to be able to break Eric Dickerson's rushing record because
There's a lot of controversy on that.
What?
He said he's not going to play C-Round. He said no, but a lot of his players and other NFL players keep saying he should go for it. But
Let's go.
he's not going to play. Hopefully they don't mess with us and put him in, right? But
The Eagles win. And I get them.
let's want to wrap it up, guys.
Oh, and one last thing.
All right, what do you got?
For the Jets game,
Mhm.
Sauce Gardner is also ruled out.
Well, he can't tackle anybody anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But neither could he cover.
Well, he's better coverage, but he can't tackle. He doesn't want to tackle. He's a little guy, a little scared. But all right, this is it for our 3rd episode of Friday Football with the Boys. What do you guys have to say to everybody?
Please like
Like and subscribe.
And
For
we'll see
more
you
videos.
for the playoffs next week.
All right, let's go.
Go Chiefs!
Have a nice week. Go football.
Go Chiefs!